order and their presiding bishop seem trustworthy enough. Have you seen their wireless advertising? Nothing's ever new or 110% improved. So honest, it's boring.
Tired of firearms that explode in your face? Come to Not a Weapons store. Hey, you smell gunpowder? Do you want to? Then buy one of my handy firearms. Browse all you like. Everything I've got is fine-tuned to perfection. That's privileged information, friend. If you want it, you're going to have to kill me. Just jesting. Although if you did want to kill me, I've got many finely priced perforators tuned to do just that. Perhaps you'd be inclined to take a look at my wares? Feel free to go on a murderous rampage with what you buy. It's good publicity.
My contraptions don't explode no more. Honest.
Listen, I know I shouldn't warn you about this, but anything I sell you runs the risk of exploding. I trust you'll appreciate my forthrightness and be all the more willing to buy from me. Kindness? I've been having some problems with my machines since I arrived on this planetoid. But that's enough about myself. No. Ships decidedly ain't in my purview. You sure I can't interest you in some bric-a-brac instead of this conversation? Are you an alienist? I ain't never had time to see one, but having one make a business call, maybe you're right. I'll give it a try. Before it crashed, I served on the free market as a secondary engineer, first grade. Had a colleague who was very talented, but not very good at hiding it. Supervisor saw her as a threat and demoted her to the engine room. She wasn't the type to take a blow without dodging. In Auntie's choice, there's politics among waste technicians. My colleague sabotaged the engines when her partner was on his mandated 2-minute break. When the free market attempted to breach orbit, well, just about everyone died. I made it to an escape pod on the port side. The ship landed on its starboard. I got lucky. Yeah, me too. Anyway, can we get back to subjects that aren't this? I got goods to sell. Well, none taken. I never intended to be. But when life breaks your jaw and shoots out your knees, may as well learn to get good at crawling, right? Be happy to show you.
I'll be collecting the price on your head now, thank you. Possibly. Depends on the arrangement. If that someone is me, then you have a deal. Pleasure doing business with you. Watch yourself in the future.
Blades, bludgeons, blunderbusses. We got it all. Except that last one.
Keep an eye out for snitches. We got a good thing going here. Get caught unaware if all you like. My armor will keep you safe. Only thing dependable as my gear are my prices. Happy to have you. Tell me what you need. Booming now. Used to be a few other armor shops on the station. As it happened, their owners mysteriously vanished. I picked up their inventories real cheap, since they were just taking up station storage. It sure was a convenient windfall for yours truly. Real convenient. Exactly. I wish some other sorts around here who like to cast aspersions were as understanding as you. Can do.
Doctor here. Get your stitches. You've timed your visit well. I finished sharpening my organ-cutting knife mere minutes ago. If you've wounds that need stitching or teeth that need scrutiny, I'm your doctor. Yes? Is this a problem? I'm the only doctor on Free Market Station. I think that excuses whatever quirks I may or may not have. My prior faction demanded I strictly adhere to my vocation and forego the world of dentistry, under penalty of death after a certain number of infractions. Suffice it to say, I'm pleased Free Market Station allows me to be myself. Medicaments and more, all sufficiently regulated, or thereabouts.
day for shady dealings.
My gear has the fewest holes out of any close-on station, or your money back. I might not know what all my wares are, but I'm sure we can find something you like. If you're in need of sprucing up the old wardrobe, I can provide. Used to be part of Auntie's Choice. Nothing special, just a pilot for light cargo vessels. Had a lot of time to think, with just the void for company. Eventually decided I was sick of being overworked and underpaid, and made off with my cargo. Turned out to be generic clothes, work gear, and such. More of a market for it out here than I would have guessed. I've bolstered my wares since. You should give them a look. I got rags, fineries, and everything in between.
Error. Roach sales grandstanding not found. Welcome to our stall. We hope this is the first meal you ever have in your life. What may this unit rehydrate for you? Negative. This unit and stall are registered to Gerald T. Wenrich. Mr. Wenrich last visited 222 days ago. When last seen, Mr. Wenrich mentioned he was, quote, going to teach those, redacted, sub rosa, redacted, a lesson. Nobody extorts Gerald T. Wenrich. All wares were at some point cooked fresh.
Coveralls, we got coveralls.
Meals currently sold with both salt and pepper. Available today only.
lost it. I'm selling it.
I'm beginning to reach the tail end of my patience. You will tell me the location of the broker.
Lad, you ain't got much of a concept of a deal, do you? You ain't got nothing to offer, and a threat is offering less than nothing.
You realize any other arbiter would have crushed you where you stand for obstruction of justice long before now? That I am flowing with magnanimity?
Can't say I know what that word means, but if you're inclined to keep threatening me, only thing gonna be flowing is your blood out your body. Maybe if you would actually purchase something, I'd help you find your quarry. Well, might. Actually, might's a strong word.
The Sovereign's arbiters do not negotiate. Tell me where the broker is.
Yeah, I got actual customers to see to. Let me know how not negotiating goes for you. Stranger, seen my fix? Hope you're about to offer to rid me of this damn fool.
You cannot dissuade an arbiter from their sovereign-given duty, no matter how much of an irritant you may attempt to be. It is good that you have not. Some of my brethren are not as patient as I, especially with outsiders. We are the Sovereign's justiciars, tasked with upholding law as we see fit.
And executing anyone who deviates, no matter how slightly they may do so.
That is a gross misrepresentation. Everyone at this station has deviated more than slightly, yet I certainly haven't introduced them to my hammer. Career is a word better suited to those corporate invaders. I would describe my work as architect ordained. I came to meet with the information broker for, protectorate business, protectorate reasons. However, I find myself foiled at near every turn. None within the protectorate would defy an arbiter and expect to live. Regrettably, I cannot make the locals see reason without rendering myself unable to learn what I seek.
Even polite entreaties don't see most getting an invite to the broker. And you've been anything but. See, you may have thought you said have an audience, but what you actually said was let him assassinate.
Do I look like a sentinel to you? No, don't answer that. My point is that if I wanted to kill everyone here, we would not be having this obnoxious conversation.
No matter what this fella says, he's not going to convince me to trust him. He's a walking security risk.
Hilarious.
That's funny. That's real funny. Takes a lot to set me smiling. Have a drink on the house. I just had a thought. Might be something that needs looking into. Maybe something that would allow me to make an exception as to who visits the broker? Within the Golden Ridge locale on Dorado, there's a refugee camp. It's unassuming, quiet-like. Most of the folks there just want to be left alone. They see to the few needs they have by working with the broker, but we ain't heard from them in a fortnight and change. Serves to reason something untoward may have transpired there. You see your way to looking into that, maybe we'll talk. I don't fancy the idea of letting an arbiter loose on our allies without supervision. Might not know you, but anything's better than giving him complete freedom.
I do not take your speaking of me as some kind of pharaoh canid lightly.
That's between them and Sub Rosa. You in or you out? Great! Take the lap canid with you. I've had enough of his excitability, and so have my customers.
I don't claim to be pleased with the circumstances surrounding this co-investigation, but perhaps we may surprise one another. I'm Arbiter Tristan Rao. When I was an apprentice, yes, but not since. And certainly never with an outsider. I shall meet you at the camp. Let us hope we both arrive there intact.
Sorry. Loitering ain't my crime of choice.
Greetings again. Hope that little day excursion you and I jawed about is going well. Libations or information? What's your poison? If you were running a less than legal group, would you want everyone knowing your agents' identities? I don't think so. Lots of folks in Sub Rosa have friends and family elsewhere. Auntie's Choice and the Protectorate predominantly, but some order. If their identities somehow got out, those friends and family are suddenly going to look like much juicier targets. It's safer for everyone this way. Always. For example, there's some kind of hoity-toity collector type parked upstairs. Supposedly, she's willing to sell some of her collection if you impress her. Laws.
I shall see you at the refugee camp. Hopefully they shan't be chagrined by my presence.
Oh, come now, Prospero, you've been on that stage hundreds of times. This perturbation looks bad on you, and you're not one for looking bad. Terribly sorry you've got me ruminating. A man of my persuasion shouldn't stoop to such self-deprecation, especially in front of prospective customers. You've identified me properly. But information transference is the lifeblood of Free Market Station. And if you want a transfusion, you'll have to grant me a spot of help. I'm in charge of keeping the patrons of the saloon entertained. Normally this does not present an issue, but I learned that an old flame of mine shall attend my next performance. My resolve is uncharacteristically flagging. I find myself fixating on the most minute of issues. I need something to bolster my confidence. She knows my real name. Prospero's just a stage title, as it happens. There's a certain kind of intimacy that I fear shall be difficult to ignore. Liquid courage has never failed me, but I have a discerning palate. The automech chef in the bazaar sells my preferred brand of alcohol, though it can be headstrong. You see, I can't just drink any old swill from the bar. My refined palate can only stomach one drink. Iceberg-aged whiskey. Something of a collector's item, I'm told. My friend. Excellent. Thank you. Very well. You wish to know about the crash, yes? Are you prepared for a sordid tale of drama and woe? Everyone knows that the Free Market's captain was a hopeless romantic, especially disposed to giving too much of her heart to those inclined to break it. The final betrayal came from a dashing rogue smuggler who vanished with most of her bits. The good captain had about all she could endure. Indeed she did. The crew attempted to wrest the controls from her to save them from their fate, but alas, too late. That's all I know. I thank you for your help once again. And now I must get ready for my set.
doing?
Lose a piece of jewelry? Buy it back at a very reasonable price.
Halt there, fugitive. I'll take that bounty. Very good. Our business is concluded.
Latest contraband came in. Looked like quite the haul. A couple dozen Auntie's Choice sales. Notes on the high-profile orders. And get this. The corpse of a bishop. No idea what happened there. Last I heard, the High Runners are trying to figure out what to do with it.
Greetings. How has the data collection fared? That's hardly surprising, considering the station's predilection for gossip. So long as you provide us the information, we can parse through it and decide fact from fiction. Are you prepared to present what you have learned? Finally, a breakthrough. Let's hear it. How did the ACS free market meet its end? It sounds like Auntie's choice security measures leave something to be desired. I'll mark that down. Aside from the crash, what occurred in the ship's final moments? That's idle speculation. I'd be laughed out of Laplace's garden if I included an information point like that. I'm striking it from the record. Last question. Were there any contributing factors to the crash? Anything that might recontextualize what actually happened? Scuttling an entire freighter and killing hundreds, all for a few extra bits. Interesting to know. This report is going to bear some glaring absences, which is unfortunate. Still, I wouldn't have been able to get this far without your help. Here's something for your time. It would have been more if I'd been able to complete this, but there's nothing for that now. Auntie's choice seems to be inundated with its own problems, technical and personnel alike. We should have ample opportunity to use this for propaganda purposes. I am. If Free Market Station survives the war, this will be a very important historical account. But if the order fails in Arcadia, none of that will matter. I'm just making the most of what you gave me. Oh, I'd be happy to. Anyone willing to further the Order's aims should be treated as a friend, in my mind. Now I need to get this report to my superiors. Thanks again.
You just bought a shooter from not a weapons store, right? How's it treating you?
It ain't. Can't eat the scraps I shoot with it. Think they keep disintegrating.
No time to chinwag. More than a mite busy at the moment.
Keep an eye out for snitches. We got a good thing going here.
Another challenger approaches. Prepare to be sent weeping from my curio collection. None have defeated my collections, and none shall. But I do so delight in a competition. Are you prepared to do battle? No one wanders into Fiona F. Walker. If you are here, we are fated to do battle. But I sense your reluctance. Very well. Defeat my collection and I'll grant you the chance to purchase other items from past collections. My curios are myriad, unique, and powerful. I take you for an adventuring sort, and if that's correct, I would be beside myself if I do not possess anything you want. Cards, my dear, of the tossball and pitchball variety. I must see if your collection bests my own. Let us do battle. A not unimpressive display, closing in on my own. With perhaps a handful more, you just might defeat me. But today, you do not. I cannot open my wares to any unless their collections rival my own. I hope you understand. Feel free to return once you have bolstered your ranks. But know that you shall still not defeat me.
Auntie's Choice Antibiotic cures most infections and smooths away.
A sparring session. Get your gloves and warm up.
What? Again? I don't suppose you'd accept a doctor's oath for Val.
Come on. I already promised I won't throw elbows this time. Where's your fighting spirit?
Must have had it knocked clean out of me. In fact, why don't I go look for it now?
Ain't gonna climb the corporate ladder with that attitude. You could just learn to duck, you know.
Got Inez moved into Helen's old quarters. I figure, if anyone's unlikely to be vexed by finding fossilized purpleberry crunch in their mattress, it's an Auntie's Choice trooper. You think Helen would approve of us taking on a product pusher? Yeah, suppose you're right. They'd have matched wits well enough. Found it, huh? No. You know what? This one's on me. Shouldn't have left it lying about. Something like that. Truth is, I was getting ready to toss that old thing. Guess I just wanted to listen to it one last time. See if I missed anything other than her waxing about the greater good. Don't you think I know that? I'm not that deluded, Commander. I think I knew it even at the time. But it always felt like there was something personal about it. Maybe I am delusional. Fact is, it still meant something to me back then. A lot, actually. No one had ever told me I could be more. I don't even know what I was listening for. Some hint of who she really was? Some sign that she could turn into someone who betrayed her own team? Sounds stupid said out loud. You know, I can't really remember what the others sounded like. Helen, Eric, Wade. I've tried recalling their voices, but there's just nothing. Static. All these years. And the only recording I've managed to preserve is from the one person I'd rather forget. Kind of you to say, Commander. I hope it continues to be true. No, burn it, launch it out the airlock, do whatever you want with it. It means nothing to me now anyway. Always up for a little backfence talk, though I'm guessing you don't mean Val. Can't say I know her well enough to have much in the way of an opinion. She seems capable, and shockingly, she hasn't tried to sell me anything yet. She's still got more loyalty to Auntie's choice than they have to her, but maybe we can help her see that one day. Sure thing. I trust you've got particulars in mind. They made the statue big enough. Whoa, didn't realize we were landing so close to the action.
We got bases down there. If one of them got hit, then that strike will be the first of many.
This is your 2061st reminder to keep all personal items with you at all times.
This station must have really been something before the war made its home here. If things escalate, might never be something again.
Your patience is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting quietly until the next tram arrives. The plan can wait. Our lines will not. Good subjects arrive. Thank you for picking up your personal belongings. We must all work together to keep Golden Ridge beautiful. Attention, passenger. You are running 21,027.5 hours late for your tram. Please be mindful of your departure in the future. Stay vigilant. Report any suspicious activity to your nearest station warden. The plan can wait. Our lines will not. Good subjects arrive 15 minutes early to avoid missing their tram. Your patience is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting quietly until the next tram arrives. Stay vigilant. Report any suspicious activity. The plan can wait. Our lines will not. Arrive minutes early to avoid missing their tram.
Folk were hunkered down here. Wonder how long they held out before. Well, best not to think about it.
Day 206. Morale? Low. Condition? Feeble. Voucher mech. Watching. Always watching. Many have left for Matriarch's mercy, seeking refuge with the Order. The fools. Can't they see the Order is no different from the Protectorate? The Order won't...
Incessant muttering to oneself may disturb fellow passengers. Further conduct violations may warrant notification of the Sentinels.
Try it, you doddering rattletrap! Such threats compel me no longer. I now answer to no one. I've seen through the lies of both sides. In time, everyone will.
Unwarranted optimism may be a sign of a more serious imbalance. Please see a curativist before boarding.
Lest you're bent on exploring, best we hoof it over to Matriarch's mercy and meet with that abbot the Tsar mentioned.
First higher order logarithmic differentiation. Before you agitate.
Please, somebody help us! Anybody, please! Finally, some help. We desperately need aid. Desperately. My family and I, we was making our way to the mercy camp for us refugees. We were set upon. My wife, my son were injured. Can't move them by myself. I had to leave them just past this tunnel so as I could go for help. But being alone is even more riskier. The Varachnids, I chased them off, but they'll be back. Please help us. Ain't nothing I can do for them, but you got weapon and medicines and can get us to the camp. Please. I don't... Vary, by my guess. She was bit on the thigh, high, like, can see bone. Or maybe white means infected? She's screaming all the time when she's awake. Then she goes to sleep. She in agony. And my son ain't waked since the attack. Hurry, please. We must hurry or they'll be eaten. Or worse. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this way. This way.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Of existence advisory remains in effect for all presently transiting the Golden Ridge region.
Think they'll notice if we jump the queue?
I saw you upgraded Val's corrosion resistance, immunity to shock, plasma reloading. That's why I hate automechs. They're so high maintenance.